Thank you for joining today. Constantijn, to start off with you, why is starting the Faculty of Impact such an important initiative?
Well, we all know it was already said, it's very difficult to take technology or science to technology and then, through testing to the market. And very often it's about individuals that want to develop an idea and they just don't have time. They have many demands. They have to teach. They have to do research. Basically, the university also demands a lot from them. So basically, what we are giving is 2 years of time, and time is really relevant for developing that idea. But also, we're giving them a group of fellows that they can actually learn from each other, and we're giving them some support.
Yeah.
And this is what. Actually, the Faculty of Impact has been is a very tested program from Berkeley at the time, and so we're not doing something completely new. We're doing something that has a proven track record, and we want to replicate that in the Netherlands because we think that exactly that we have incredible technology, incredible science, and we want to bring that to the market.
Definitely. And why are you personally committed as well as your role as TechLeap's Special Envoy?
Because this is what the role of TechLeap Special Envoy is all about. It's not only creating more enterprises, but we see in the Netherlands that there are a lot of startups, they don't really scale. And a lot of the problems exist in the really early phase of these companies. And if we could just make the existing startups more successful, we would increase incredible value for the Netherlands, but we can also increase the number of startups, especially out of our universities. So if we can make that group successful, then we're not only creating new companies, new jobs, but also solving some major societal problems.
Yeah.
And we can claim them as you're born in the Netherlands, so it's a win-win situation.
Nice. And what do you hope or expect of the Faculty of Impact in general, and specifically of these 10 first startups?
Well, I don't want to put everything on them because they're scientists and they're entrepreneurs, and I just hope that they will be personally successful. But on the whole community here to endorse that program. So we, as Frans was already saying, we have hundreds of people going through this program, and so that we can actually find more sustainable funding to be able to do this and to give many more entrepreneurial scientists an opportunity to develop their dreams.
Right. Peter, is that unique for the Netherlands and maybe even for the world?
It's not unique for the world because it is a program that we quite easily could replicate from others.
Yeah.
So actually the ideas for the university, all the universities are joining or have joined this program. And the spark came from Berkeley, from the program Cyclotron Road in Berkeley, but there are also comparable programs on the East Coast in the US. So the idea is not unique, but we felt we needed a program, or we needed something to, on the one hand, increase our impact and bring more science to the market, indeed. And on the other hand, we feel we need more diversified careers, and we have talent, research talent, who is thinking, okay, so what should I do? Should I go on with my research? But actually I have this idea, and should I make it into a company or what? And now we give them a trusted community for 2 years, and space, and funding, to really develop that idea to the next stage.
Yeah, right. And this call was about sustainability and energy transition. Can you already say something about future calls?
I hope that's okay. So first of all, we think the next goal is going to be in life science and health, so LSH. Cool. And what's indeed important is that we build up cohorts. So now we have the first cohort of 10, and then we go to the next one, and then to the next one. And so this is our little startup, you could say. And we want to build it into a sort of a sustainable thing. So we're working on funding for the next rounds. Most of that is already secured, but we're going for the last bits, also with some people in this room. So, but that will be successful, and then we'll go to the next one, and then for scale-ups, right?
Yeah, because Constantijn, if you could make your dreams come true, what would the Faculty of Impact look like in, let's say, 5 or 10 years from now, if it was up to you?
I think it would be lovely if it would be a regular feature of the Dutch scientific environment, that this is, as you said, a career opportunity, but it's also recognized globally, or at least in Europe, for a place, that the Netherlands actually is very generous and hospitable to people with very good ideas, and they want to come here. And what we've seen that in some of the say, kind of little ecosystems with the highest density of scientific output, like Boston, but also California as well, in these areas, there's a big synergy between entrepreneurialism on the one hand and science on the other, and it's trying to create those virtual cycles, basically, where the talent gets attracted, where there is capital, where there's this experience, and they start building new businesses, and then around these universities you get new, like in Leiden, a bioscience park, and many things we're seeing actually developing all across the Netherlands as well.
Yeah.
Those can be much bigger. I mean, if you look at Boston, what's been achieved there, it's quite remarkable. That is a bit of a model. Peter has been saying, what do you say, Boston on the
North Sea.
Boston on the North Sea. We sometimes say, we're the west coast of Europe. So there are definitely ambitions there. So maybe the west coast of Europe, that would be the ambition. Yeah.
Nice. I really hope that works out. So Margot, last question: what does this new initiative add to all the other instruments NWO already has?
I think a lot. It's really a new instrument, and the valorization instruments that we have are much more limited in scope, budget-wise, and in the duration of projects.
Yeah.
So this is something really special, and I would say that we should aim for a future situation, the sooner the better, in which Boston compares itself with the Netherlands.
Yeah.
That's. And I would also say it's important that there is more awareness in society and also in universities that a successful entrepreneur is more than a good idea or a matter of being lucky. It requires special competencies. It doesn't come just, as I said, from the blue sky.
No. Perfect. Well, thank you all so much. Thank you for making this possible together. Pieter and Constantijn.
Yeah.